any other examples that you might throw in here too, either with JD or with other partners where, you've seen success in making that case for ROI early on, or anything that they've had to kind of maybe do differently or think about differently?
The proof is in the experience, right? And really being able to show lift from the prior experience to the new experience. And always just making sure we take a measured approach. I think the biggest thing, like coming from the tech partnership side of this, is really working with our retail partners like JD to understand what is that metric of success from day one, and how are we going to drive towards it, not just from a technology perspective, but also from an operational perspective, right? Like, how do we give data points on what's the best creative to use? What's the best practice for this type of video unit, right? And just seeing the collaboration that happened there between technology and people, I feel like that's what really makes this successful.
Yeah. And Billy, would you say that's kind of like on the firework roadmap then, as we're kind of thinking about, there's been a lot of success with this partnership, but as you continuing to think about adding features or functionality, like what other things you feel like are important to add as retailers and brands listening are debating, how to go forward with their video commerce strategy?
Honestly, one of the things that I think the company does really well is we just keep our ear to the market, like our customers, like JD Sports, getting real live feedback about what needs to be next in terms of product innovation and how are their customers responding to the new user experience.
Yeah.
Those are the things that drive our product roadmap, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the experience and it's all about how we impact the shopper. So a lot of what you'll see from our roadmap in the near future and the extended future is through that innovation mindset, but with a real check and balance by the end consumer and how that feedback is coming to us from partners like JD Sports.
Got it. And Arianne, where do you play in that? Like, as you take a step back now and think about like what's been successful, what you want to keep pushing forward with, what you'll bring to your executive team and to your team to execute on this year, like what's next?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're really excited about the new form or some of the bigger formats, like the larger format video opportunities and things that are really showcasing some pinnacle hero brand work. So I think, we're enthusiastic about kind of testing into that space. And then we're also intrigued by the live shopping component and the potential ways to test and learn against that. And I think this is where any retailer, specifically in the US, where live shopping is really not taken off like in too extreme a way. It's like, how do we test it? How do we learn, what's possible? So those are kind of divergent opportunities, but those are really what interests us for the next phase, where we want to kind of step into the space a little bit.
And that's where we're most excited about those next steps with JD Sports and thinking about live shopping and thinking about longer format digital showroom. Because if you look at the JD brand and how you really play off the community, like digital showroom and live stream is where community grows and where community builds, because you're now giving the brand another interaction point with your unique audience, right? That's the JD Sports audience that's interacting with the brand. And through those longer format pieces of content with the chat sport, you're capturing tons and tons of valuable information, right? There's lots and lots of community engagement with the questions and answers that go along with that longer format episoding. So we're really excited to see where that takes JD Sports.
Yeah, the thing I keep coming back to here at the end as we start to close things up is in a lot of ways it's kind of like, okay, we just need to make our content better. Like, having a great content strategy is just rule number one of being a good retailer and a good marketer. And so, the tools are out there to do that. And the question goes back to something you said, Billy, before, which whenever we close out these sessions, we like to get advice from, our participants as well. And so my question is like, it seems like the idea is one for the taking, but the real secret ingredient is how do you execute this and get the team around?